All right, when the ban came through and it was affected, and the ban was for 4 years, it was then reduced to 2 years, the ban on Thandani Ntshumayelo. He joins us today in studio. We're going to be chatting to him, very open, candid conversation we're going to have with him. And then still to come later on in the show, the coach of the month is with us here from Amaswai. So looking forward to chatting to Coach Brandon Truter. All of your questions as well that you want to send through, that you want to ask the coach, feel free to do that. But right now, though, let's engage immediately. Mr. Ntshumayelo, good to see you. All right, right. You look relaxed, everything is cool. What are you up to these days?
No, I'm relaxed because of impilo.
Sure.
Manje ngisendlini angenzi lutho. Namathi bengifuna manje ukuthi but ngingastop ukutraina because of akuveli lutho baba. Ngizamile ngazama lana but I know ukuthi stop ukutraina is not an excuse but akuveli lutho. I think maybe lento le yenzakela because one day ngikhumbula ngingahlala noJabu phansi ukuthi I mustn't be hard on myself and it's going to take long ukuthi abantu bakuthembe futhi and give you a chance ngingabi hard on myself. Yeah.
So when you say ukuthi izinto ayilunga kuhlangani as in ukuthola iqembu lokudlala ukubizwa nje ama club ukuthi usase interested in ukudlala ibhola.
Yeah, into ezinjalo ukuthi into ezamisana nebhola nje. I think kunama opportunities amaningi maybe I think into engiyenzile ngitalent lami elincane but I think ngisanale ilwazi ngebhola. Into ezinye izinto abangacabanga ukuthi maybe ngaba ne improved kuzo or ibhola futhi because angaretire ngisafuna ukudlala ibhola.
Yeah. And there was a time, I think, Kubu trainer at Starrock Park with the Ep13 when it was still there. Kwaphelela block.
Ep13 iyanceda kakhulu Rob. Mangakhumbula when I was banned. Umuntu bengilomkhuluma naye uCoach Kevin where like nami besengana hope ukudlala ibhola futhi. That time was 4 years. So umuntu bengifonela angibuza ukuthi right nini now would avoid his calls because bengafuna ukukhuluma nomuntu. But bengifonela ngichecking right now and then when this thing iphela wathi mina ngeze ngizotrain. Yeah, and then I went there bangifunele dietitian.
Right.
Bangifunele trainer nga lose weight and then like but bekumele bangisayinile they didn't have money then but I didn't know. So mangitshela coach and then azange bangisayina and then ngathola opportunity to go to Baroka.
So when was the last time you kicked a ball professionally? Do you even remember?
Yeah.
When?
Against Sundowns in Baroka.
At Baroka?
Yeah, the worst game of my life.
Worst game?
The worst game of my life.
Why?
According to me.
Why?
I don't know. Because I mean I like to play football when I'm fit.
Right.
That's part of my game and if I can't do that I feel like I'm not doing anything. Even though I can do basics of football, I can do them very well. That's one of my strengths. But if I can't run, I think I'm not doing anything for me now. And on that game, and well, being out for long, I was out for long, but that game, it showed me good, like it showed me good. You can't play football if you're not well prepared or not physical or mentally prepared. You can't play football.
But a coach gave you that chance though. So I would have assumed that you would have passed a fitness test, you would have been in a condition that the coach thought you were good enough to play.
Yeah, but training is not the same as... no, it's not. Training you can play, now you feel good now again. But there I played only, I think, 20 minutes or 15 minutes or something. Yeah.
What's this one?
In 5 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So intensity was too high?
Because I've been press the ball. I think being press the ball like after making 3 minutes in the ground. So I wanted to go press. I'm going to press and they played one, you know how Sundowns.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes.
What was the
then I feel like if being fit, they know what being against the land. And then I remember talking to Villa guys like, yeah, I'm fine. If being fit, Bozo, and then he started laughing. I'm like, and then I'm like, man, check his card. Like, yo.
So what's in a pension? What is good?
No, I'm bachelor next. You mean you feel like packet, but yo. And then like now, Baroka, it's club like I expect a lot from him because of the training.
The reputation,
for the training, like I was pushing the team and everything. Yo, And then manje it different story.
Because you had to lose almost like 15 kgs, if I'm not mistaken, at that time.
A lot.
Because that also takes away a lot. Was it
and
diet?
The problem with food, like it's good being lying. I was at home.
Right.
Like is everything around me. So I had to go pull one. Mangfika lapha, angazi ngihlale ngi-1 mina since.
Yeah.
Even if I was at the academy, they used to cook for me, everything for me.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy lentele. And mangihlala ngi-1 when I started playing professional, I had a helper, umuntu ongenzela izinto and everything. So manje lokufika baloko uhlala u-1. So we have to cook. Zonke lezi zinto lezi, training starta ngo-3, you know, the routine nje yonke.
So what I mean, be honest, what were you eating?
I was not eating proper. No, I was not eating proper.
But you can't.
Take out every day.
Yeah, Shama McDonald's.
And I know, good, bungati pasilos. McDonald's not, ayikho la. Ngihlala bohoma, ayikho McDonald's, ngishaye pasilos. Kuda chicken, uthi salad, yapazisanyana nge-salad.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Gibela my chips in front of that.
Yeah.
Shay Coca-Cola, ziyambona.
Yeah, no. Like, and the food like buzitshela something good because honest to God, I think Baroka like I went there because ngamtshela boss even Kevin and Tumchelo I'm nowhere near to play.
Yeah.
But he wanted me to play because watch out the way bengidlala ngakhona umuntu bengikhonza kakhulu because of even his salary. I was being shocked ngadlala ibhola for that long. And ukuthi stop ukudlala ibhola the case ukuthi I was banned for into substances.
Yeah.
Bengakholwa ukuthi you give me a salary ngaka, like Nama was so shocked and I was so grateful for it.
From Ugavin, eh?
From the boss,
Baroka.
But they gave me a salary right for umuntu ngadlala out for long. Yeah, they gave me for 4 months. They gave me 60,000.
60K, ne?
Yeah.
That's great because, as you say, if you haven't been playing for that long, but then how come? What happened in the end?
Yeah, because like Mangakhumbula, Baroka was fighting in
relegation at the time.
And yes. I've never been in a situation like that. See, my whole career, I was always wanting to win the trophy. I was fighting for the trophy.
Yeah.
It's career I'm young. Yeah. So Mangfek Baroka, I have to fight to stay, and everyone were panica. Everyone were panica not to be relegated. And now I know deep down, like. The only thing I help is the training, is to talk to these boys, is to aid, but not physically. Like I know that, and the coach because he knows because and must figure out. And then I tried my best, to talk, even Nabafana Lab and Kulmana and everything. But I think we tried see, but like then someone a problem. I want a problem. I think Rob. Maybe I'm sound a little cocky or something, but normal good news it doesn't erase the experience I'm again. I've worked hard for it, good low experience. So I figure out there was a situation in the phone. I have a family, I'm away from home, and it's my first time in Tinjal. The way that before the game we had to share my phone. We go to camp, I think on Thursday, we play on Saturday afternoon. So on Thursday, we share my phones. Imagine I have a young kid. And last corner to use a phone to open a gate and everything. And that time I think we started renovating that time. And then now me about my phone. I didn't know because they bring 2 phones. Maybe they'll take
so petty phone is the
yeah, but I didn't
yes,
know.
But when Ubunga the main phone
but from Thursday we play on a Saturday. No, I can't. I can't give phone. Then I log a phone and then they call the chairman. But for the chairman, and chairman like, no, Ntshumayelo, like I don't so good. I'm like, no. It's not like that also good or what, but nanga si phone yaka. And whether like I can say well plus it Rixat game, it's not my problem. I'm in a family, I can't go to phone. I think maybe Lento could start with the manager, not the boss. And then because I'm chilling so like because I'm like that I'm chilling and then maybe by touching inside because of lama clubs like when you want chill they will feel unconscious it's like you're delela.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's where sex.
So they didn't accept your opinion.
Yes.
A
lot of them, even other senior players, Madubanya, they didn't like abazange bayivumeleni, but they had the plan, bona.
With Bazo.
Mina bengana plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Bengana plan. So, but if beng pana your phone, because it's like I can't.
So Yin, like I've encountered that before. Usually, mangabegui, let's say national team.
Yeah.
So by campaign and during a certain time, but it's a short period.
I know
of time
that. We call
when
Shakes
they're there.
Mashaba.
Yeah,
Shakes
I was
Mashaba
about
used to
to
do
say,
that.
yeah.
But like on last Saturday, maybe Friday evening. Now he has between 8 o'clock when there's into Zakzong. Because now some 17. You have to respect that. Okay, Friday, maybe 10 o'clock or minutes later, my phone. 10 you have work saying. You have work saying you're game, you have your telephone on a Thursday.
So if only share Thursday and Friday.
Thursday, you get the phone
after a game.
After
Saturday.
game. What if sometimes it came in the evening?
Yeah.
Like you don't communicate with the family from Thursday.
So that started the problem then?
No, I think maybe because I had only for 4 months.
Yes.
Because when you're young the same month no coach, even no coach, bezwana cool because bezwana cool. But I think Lama club like I don't want to say small clubs or something, but like a big club when you go to them. If you voices into, it's like maybe like Puma mentality pirates. Even if the right things, it's not the club, you know.
But
but no,
and
then maybe I think and the food like when I'm a club, I'm a owner like big, I'm a boss, I'm a fan like I'm a club, I'm a but like I'm a owner of my clubs. Abantu around here, bangagcina abahlebana for ukuthi omunye nomunye athanda uyiboss. And of which I think the problem engibonile mina like club. Wonke umuntu ufuna ukuba right kuwe we abanandaba ukuthi umoshela omunye umuntu umsebenzi what as long as mina uboss angithanda. So ezinye izinto engizibonile like through journey yami yebhola kuBaroka. Yeah.
But let's talk, we'll go back to things that happened, but I want to talk about moving forward because like you say, struggling to get a team now, not signed up to any team right now, is that your interest right now is to be able to play football, or would you be at some time or some place a potential coach? Is coaching something that interests you? Is going to study for coaching, taking up coaching badges and so on? Is that something you would be interested in, or you still want to pursue a career on the field as a player?
To be honest, from the bottom of my heart, I don't know what maybe lento enzakele, but lento le enzakela game to recover. It took a lot down game ukuthi ngibe la today, and even my parents or my girlfriend, they don't know about it. Like I was supposed to sign a super sport. No, for preseason. That thing broke me like. Because from Puma Pen, I fought so hard. Baroka, things didn't work out. And then I came back, I called Coach Kaitano Tembo. And then he said, no, come. Then you have to lose weight. And then I worked. Preseason, I worked, I lost weight. I think maybe I'm selling up my week to sign a contract. Then I put it all, 6 weeks out. And that thing like, it broke me more than Leon to Leon's again before.
So a week before signing?
I think a week, because I had a talk now, Coach Kaitano, like, no. Because there was other trials, Wasalamina, and then, okay, like, you know the story, like, keep on working, you're going to get a contract. He said that to me. And I know good no contract, because he knows me since in Intuan. And then, like, not like being expected with bank sign, but I worked so hard. Even every player was there, they could see, being sevens and sevens. And then that really friend against TS Galaxy. My knee out, 6 weeks out.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's when I was like, maybe like never ball, like, and then,
But how's the recovery?
No, 6 weeks. I was still at Super Sport. Zamo bang like treatments and everything. And then after that, bang to the poll. Immediately bang to the poll. Bang jelo good no.
By withdrawing contract.
Yeah, no bang jelo good no. We can't sign new. Melo zama somewhere else. Uzam glalanyana. Because of office in Basa. What if uzolimala futhi? I'm like, okay. Then ngahlala endlini and then futhi. And then I started training. I started to train ngapola but inhliziyo yami because there's like bengizitshela everything just coming right futhi. But now I can train in ngathola team training nayo even if it's not the contract yet. I train, I'll prove myself and then or anything umsebenzi because now I don't have any income. I'm a family man and most usually uzenzela even if your parents give you bakwenzela izinto akuhlali kahle izindoda angazi amanye amadoda even if abazali bakho abanye abantu bakuncede when into mangayisebenzeli ukwazi uyisebenzele I feel right kimi angazi and it's been 4 years now every time ngiceda abazali bami ngiceda abangani bami abanye ngidlala nabo and not like that I appreciate like I appreciate kakhulu and they know and but I always tell them that I wish ngathola umsebenzi like any job I'll work ukuthi ngikhona ukunakekela mina ngikhona ukunakekela izinye izinto zami enginazo engazithola ngidlala ibhola.
So mawuthi mongathola umsebenzi any other job you're saying outside of football?
Yeah, even it's outside football. Yeah. I'm willing to learn. Yeah. I'll learn.
What are your interests kodwa when
nga employee number angazi ukuthi maybe ngikhulumisa lento because I'm not working or but abanye abantu like notice ezinye izinto kwenzakala manje since lento yenzakala abanye abantu they just call me bafuna ukukhuluma as if like bazonceda but they don't but it's not ngiba-blame but impilo enjalo you have to face such things uyabona yimi engayenza leyo nonsense engayenza I'm the one that fucked up my career so mele ngibhekana nayo inkinto ezayo kimi whether inhle or imbi or whether inkulumo zabantu zithini ezinye izinto ezingenzile ukuthi ngibe lo muntu ongiwela.
No, I understand yeah, and the one thing looking back though and the mess that happened at the time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for those that are watching and probably would have forgotten the moment, is that he got the 4-year ban after a positive drugs test, taking cocaine. That's what it was. And you owned up to it. It's not like you were in denial. You knew that you are at a party. You knew that that substance that you are taking is known as cocaine.
Yeah.
But obviously, the rules of SAIDS says that you are not allowed to have these substances. So when they test you and they get a sample and they can identify what it is, and that is where your ban came through. Looking back at that incident, what about that incident to you do you get angry about, or do you feel as in, I let myself down as a human being? How do you look back on that now?
Obvious, Rob, like Moses playing for one of the biggest clubs, or if not the biggest club in South Africa. You're famous, or Sonny Mali. Sometimes, as ninga much into bazinzayo is better. Abanye abaveleli. I mean, I padlami, but I'm going to padlami because that's why all my statements I've never said abangani, but I'm the one that took that decision. What usually is a bad decision I took. Then I would figure lang corner today. But I raised my hand, I said like I did it. And then I got 4 years. And I've never said anything. But even says they never even said good sense mistake now to put 4 years. That's why I won my case. People thought maybe they won my case because others they said like, no, they cut your ban because of you were crying, what. I wasn't crying for that. You know? We fought like in poster with the lawyer. Yeah, that's when we fought. And then while lawyer they made a mistake, but they never owned up to the mistake they made to give me 4 years.
But they reduced it to 2.
They reduced it to 2.
So
they were not. It was not supposed to be 4 years.
Yeah. So the sentence was the wrong
it
sentence.
Was the wrong
so
sentence.
you fought
that's
for
how we won the case.
Yeah, you fought for the reduction of the sentence.
Yes.
But it wasn't that it was an incorrect result that came through. It was for the drug taking.
Yeah.
That you got the 4 years, which was wrong, which was reduced to 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, but because of this case, I was into it.
Yeah.
Every page, everything.
Yeah.
I was into it. I know, like when we did Zongeles and the researches and everything, for cocaine, the maximum is 2 years, not 4 years.
It's 2 years.
It's 2 years.
Yeah.
But I got 4 years.
So when they reduced it to 2 years, how long had you served already of the then 4 years?
I think it was close to 2 years or 2.5.
So you're already...
Yeah, already there, somewhere
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
So what does Mpo say to you now? As the legal person, are you able to go to say
No, like, because
go
I
back?
said to him, Guti, I remember ngenza lento le, I was talking Kuluma, and
Yeah.
but they were saying like I can cry all my tears out. They were talking, I think Farouk or what, the Kuluma Ntshumayelo can cry his tears, what. You got 4 years, got 4 years. All of them, they were saying, Guti, Mina, like it's 4 years, what. But when I won the case, all of them were quiet. They did everything quiet. And number, I just wanted to go back to play football because I can't even because that's what I wanted. I want to go play football. As much as Nami, I owned up. I said I took it. Now, when they were supposed to say like they made a mistake or whatever, like the case maybe. You understand? Either way, I was in the case, Rob. I was in
No, I know.
I was in like this is what happened, what. But I just kept quiet. I said to Mpo, you know what? Let me just my pay and then I'm gonna go again, train and play football again.
But like you said at the top, that the stigma that it comes with is the problem, because now there's a fear ubantu they can't trust you.
Yeah.
They don't know whether this was a once-off issue with the drug taking. They don't know if this has become a habit, something that you do on an ongoing basis. So those are some of the things I'm sure that the clubs factor into their thinking.
For sure.
Do you find that to be the case?
I think until Rob, I mean, I'm not saying this thing ends again, so today I'm clean. This thing I'm going to fight until I die.
Yeah.
Even Jab with Shena, he set me down. Like now you stop, you can work again. You're going to fight this thing until you die. And of which is true. And then you start doing it's normal. You understand that? But like into issue good like ngiyazazi mina phakathi ukuthi umuntu onjani after lento le.
Yeah.
That's what is important to me and my family know. They can see that.
Yeah.
I don't have to ukuthi ngikhulume ngayo, but they can see ukuthi umuntu engaba uye prior to like that time even my teammates even coach Eric, even at Pirates, they know there was something wrong with this boy.
But what would you say? Obviously, when you look back at things, it's easy to say, okay, when we mistake, when we put alarm, it's fine. Or did you find you needed to deal with demon, like bigger demons that you're fighting at the time? Did you go through a process of rehabilitation? Was it a drug problem, or was it just a recreational thing that happened? No, it wasn't a drug problem. That one wasn't a drug problem. So it was just something.
Yeah, in terms even that's why abanye they couldn't believe it's me.
Yeah.
Because I used to pay, I'd pay my bond, pay my cars, because I think it's if you take this in the science way, but I was paying everything. A car, I sent money. Yeah. My dad was still at school, was doing medicine that time. Everything, I was doing everything right. So that's why everyone was shocked with you. Because that time I started now, maybe I sing pools, I miss trainings. I miss trainings, and uthando ball was start to pay at that time, to be honest. Even if I didn't go to training, I'm not doing too side. Tomorrow I have to go back to training. I have to face the coach. No, there was nothing. Yeah.
Was it you, or was it the crowd that you were keeping? Was it the pressure of Abangani, or was it just fame? This is the way to live life.
To be honest, Rob, I think me anything else, because of all these people. You understand? Like I knew but I choose.
Yeah. Like having a dealer, like
no, like not a dealer. Like I've never met in one dealer.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
But like I could have avoided good man, but I still chose to be around. Whether even they take you, not taking you, drinking, you doing whatever.
Yeah.
But there was that day when and then what happened?
Do you regret?
A lot.
What?
But I regret, but nyabong. I'm glad it happened. It's painful, but I'm glad it happened because maybe if Benganzagaland, I'm definitely sure that I was gonna die.
You were gonna die.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because of the pace of Sengambanga was just
Too much.
yeah. For the person in Kulsengai, the person in you, good achieve nazo to play the way I was playing, like Besingamba in direction, I understand. I always ask myself what was going on in Ngundenam. I understand.
Do you get answers to that when you ask yourself? What answers do you
Good,
get?
like there's people that you don't need.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see them. There's always red flags with you. This person, I'm thinking but you always trying to be with them. And even the soccer players about today, about or umuntu normal osebenzayo. Kunabanye abantu ungabadingi ukuthi like until into a better you see like now I know who's like I know my friends, I know abantu abangisupporta. No one can fool me now. But then mina bengajabula umuntu athi intwana izolo izolo upusha boy. Yabona or izolo ngiphathele enye chair la. You understand? But bangena kanje abanye abantu abarong. Bangena ngama-chair.
Yeah.
And sigcina sezinto ezirong ngama-chair. Angithi ama-chair are-wrong.
Yeah.
Or angithi inini, but into engizibone mina ngikhuluma ngami.
Yeah.
Izinto ziqala ngama-chair. Uqala kuba nama-chair amaningi. Amajita akulethela. Feel kamnandi. That feeling is so nice, Rob.
Uba si on top of it mfana omdala.
Yeah. That feeling is nice.
Uthi uphethe
Wothengayo, yeah. Mnandi. But mayijika nje uzobona ukuthi yo umangala nawe ifoni mina benginoyicima ifoni ngelight futhi.
Ngoba isaring.
Ngiyephezulu ngithi maybe network ayisabanga. Ingaringi ifoni. Angizange mara ngikhanda ukukhala. That's when ngakhumbula ukuthi oh basho nini bathi hey man. Makumnandi abangani baningi. Ngiyakhumbula leyo nto ngathi oh isebenza kanje. Angithi namanje kunomuntu omtshela kanje. Umtshela kanje ukuthi hey makunzima abangani bakhe bazokushiya. Akanyeka believe ukuthi until yenzakala uzobona ukuthi hey man. Usibani bani bekesho kanje okanti kanje. Kuno ukuthi maybe ngeke yenzakala until yenzakala kuwo.
Be empty. Umsinda usekho. Uzwa nje uzwa ivoice yakho nje.
Ufuna mama yakho, ufonela babakho. Yeah.
Phela kanjani?
Phela kanjani. Unless nabangani bami ke kunabanye abangani shem.
Yes.
Yeah, kunabanye abangani bami like yeah.
But
more special football.
But le bomnandi.
Le bomnandi abangani bami bomnandi. God.
So uzubhlungu uyi1.
Ubhlungu uyi1.
Yeah, akekho uzothi man mfana omdala yazeni kunendawo engiyaziyo abazokwazi ukukunceda. You know, maybe phase ubukuyona at the time, but they are worried about when ukuthi sicela umsiza.
Ezinye izinto simple, ezinye izinto ezirong icala ngotshwala lo. Yonke into ezicala, mangaphiwa abheka abantu abaripayo utshwala.
Yeah.
Abantu benza ababulala utshwala. Yonke into icala ngotshwala lo. If you can't control uphuzo kwakho utshwala, I'm telling you now, inkinga eziningi you are bound to make izinkinga ezinkulu empilweni yakho. Whether ungaka accident, yonke into icala ngotshwala. If you can try amajita like abadlala ibhola internet, if you can stay away from utshwala. Ungazothi stay away from drugs. Stay away from alcohol. Alcohol is start yonke into rubbish empilweni. Teenage pregnancy icala ngealcohol. Akunanto ongayenza soba. Mawusoba uyakhona ukuzikhuza.
Yeah. Ukuthi ingqondo
mara mawuphuzile kancane noma ungasha 3-2 unokubona ingqondo yakugwemana ayisekhona sokuqala ukukhuluma kakhulu sokuqala ukukhuluma kakhulu ingqondo ayisekho normal mawuphuzile and you start now to make ama mistake la azokufaka inkingeni.
Because when and I respect you for your honesty and I thank you for that because your journey is not your journey alone. It's the journey of the person that's watching. It's a journey of a person who looked at you as a role model and said, you know what, I want to be like Thandani Ntshumayelo because he's gifted, he's talented, he plays football, he's got a big heart, wada. All of those positive things. So when you talk now, you're talking to that person, you're talking to an up and coming footballer who obviously wants to achieve what you achieved on the field of play. So hence I'm saying, I'm grateful that you're able to be as frank as you are because basingasizani ntomdala kunenkinga like you were saying, Ujabu was there helping. So you look at Ujabu right now, since he's come back into the normal way of doing things, we are born on the page, we Twitter, ambassador of Warawara, ambassador of Warawara, ambassador. We ambassador, and he might as well be the president of the country. Because you know what? Now Ujabu him dance the same way, but openly. Because when you talk about these things, they also provide you introspection. But there's also people that are watching and saying, I can help Ujabu. Same story. He was able to come out and talk openly. When you go back to the original interview that I had with him on the YouTube, with all these, I don't know how many people have viewed that, but that was the major turning point for him as Junior Kanye, to make and look at where he is now. Things have improved. So all I'm trying to say to you is that by your honesty, don't feel that you've let yourself down. Take this opportunity and say, I've done something right today. I've informed people right across the world of my journey. But right now I'm ready to dust myself off. I'm ready to have a full go at this life thing again, whatever it is. But right now I can see even the intensity of your eyes is that you want to change the direction and the cause of your life. Yeah.
You know when you send me a text, to say I was watching your games, all games. We asked Lendi Chabasanjan. But I want to maybe like Talokurman Rob man. Why would you say it's not like good Yachabli is a good Gunaband Kabang. And Gunabanya for sure, I know the Basang Kabang, but why they're not good back Kulmenam? The thing is Buzan would like Kulmeling and the mistake Nakoli Sarangana. I understand, no?
Yeah, goes. So, and that's the thing. When I reached out and I did say, and remember, even when your career was starting off, I would invite you regularly because you were this breath of fresh air. Bibo, hey, Bibo, 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 Bibo. Yabo. The exciting guy that you are. Nobody can take that away. That is who you are. You go through a period, some of the best, whether it's Paul Gascoigne, Joe Bush, everything starts with alcohol. He had to go to rehab. He's lost so much weight. Took Gaza. But he's been able to seek help and seek guidance. One of the greatest players to ever kick a football in the world. George Best, you can name them all. That's where the problem begins. But that's not where it should end. I'm going to keep in touch with you, if you allow me to. We'll keep in touch. We'll keep informing the people. I see so many comments that are coming through. And I do thank you for viewing this. I know how much of an impact it makes to people and your lives. We're not going to let this man down. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Yeah, a conversation after a show. A program trust me. He's got it within him to do it. And he will. Thanks so much, Mfethu. Unless Konde Shotai. Can speak directly to the people that support you.
Ngifuna ukuthi ngiyabonga kakhulu ngiyacheck ama message abangithumela wona. Angikhuthaza kakhulu. I don't want to say ukuthi mina ngishintshile ngumuntu oNkulunkulu and what. I'm still gonna make mistakes, but ngisakhula. I'm 30 years old. But I wish ukuthi ngenze the same mistake engiyenzile ekuqaleni. That's into engifunayo ukuthi ngingayenzi empilweni yami. Ngenza amanye amaphutha amasha. Mara lot lephutha engilenzile. But ngibe responsible because ngine family nginomntwana ngimele ngimkhulise. Ngimele azodlala iphathi naye ekukhuleni akube umfana right for le country.
Absolutely. I thank you. I thank you so much, people.
Thank you, Rob.
Thandani Ntshumayelo, we're just going to do a quick swap right now because Coach Brandon Truter standing by. My Swai fans, get ready because this man, straight from the Atlanta Africa Championship into the big division, look at where he is now. He comes through, Coach of the Month in a second. But firstly, let's hear what Coach Steve Komphela, another guy that we look for wisdom and guidance and so on. Hey, Steve, let's listen.
Maybe there's more provocation now that I've been in football for quite some time, and sometimes there are other people who would want to maybe open a door and you are the key, and when they use you and then you get irritated. Now when you pinch me, I cry, and when I cry in a language that nobody understands. Because when you cry in a language that everybody understands, then they start finding a way to make you cry forever. But when you cry in a language they don't understand, it becomes mysterious, and they wait, they pause, they want to understand your crying. And by the time they understand you're crying, you are done crying. You wipe your ears, you sit back and relax, and when they ask, can you cry again? You say, I don't remember how I cried, because now I found peace in my crying, and I'm moving on, I'm happy now, I'm another human being, I'm ready to resume my precious life that God has given to me, not anybody else.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve Kompela. You still always part two, Njalo. So, hey, the year's about to finish. So, yeah, look out for Steve Kompela. You know what? Let's take a different route, a different direction. It's happening currently. He's been a breath of fresh air as well as far as coaching in South Africa is concerned, where many thought, nah, they're not going to keep him. Hey, Glad Africa, what. Hey, Swallow said, we want this man. He's part of the vision. We went all the way. Richards Bay got him here. Swallows, promotion. Swallows, top of table, and then they come to number 2. But they're there, they're hanging through, and that is why, deservedly so, today, Themba Zwane as the player of the month, and also Coach Brandon Truter as the coach of the month. Good to see you, Coach.
Thank you. Always good to be here in your company.
Thank you so much for gracing our studios for the very first time. Obviously, a big day, a big moment. There's a human side, there's a footballing side, but there's the human side. I want to hear the human side of this accomplishment. Yes, it's early in the season, but there's recognition. That's the important thing.
Yeah, came as a bit of a surprise, being new to the DSTV premiership, but I've been coaching so long. Trials, tribulations. I was just hearing now to just at Bibo, it's a lot of pain, and a lot of footballers and a lot of us coaches as well go through similar pains, and I know what he's going through, and I just hope he gets it together, you understand, and move forward in his life.
How do you wrap your coaching brain, your coaching mind, but also your fatherly figure around such Bibo type incidents? How do you give that guidance to change things?
Yeah, no, that's a craft. As you know, a lot of coaches and a lot of players talk about this fatherly figure that they have in coaches. I think and I'm speaking from a personal opinion. As coaches, when you go through a lot of things and a lot of players, and have been in the craft so long, you tend to lose your humanity, because there's a lot of players that is not, I wouldn't say good enough to play, but they don't fit into your style of play, your system or your structure you have, and you just say no. There's a guy like Bibo who wants a chance, but because of his past, you just say no. You understand? I had Tukelo Ranti training with us, and I also saw the pain there, but I had to make him understand. So the humanity of that's what I pray for. I don't lose it, where I just have the courage just to tell a person no. You understand? It puts you down. What people don't understand, what coaches sometimes don't understand, and you have so many players looking for an outlet, drug abuse, alcohol, all of this. You need to manage that squad. Make them understand. Football is not the end-all. You understand, it's not the all. There's life after football as well. It's how you plan, it's how you go about that, and that's what we're here for. As much as we are playing football and in a pressure situation and results driven, I just heard what people said as well. And no disrespect to how other clubs are doing it, but taking away a phone and being 4 days without communication to your family, it's another stressful situation for the player that he has to deal with. Then he has to go out and perform. So these are all things you look at. As much as you go through the whole psychology classes and everything in preparation for this field you are in, I just feel sometimes the psychologist has not walked in our shoes. You understand? I've come through a lot of things in my past, and I can feel, I can relate.
Because I've been talking about that. It's almost that extra something that you actually don't need to be putting pressure on the player.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's the same. You know, like he was talking about, you've got a family, you've got a young one. They're running a security system via your phone where they phone you and they ask, should I let so-and-so in? Yes, you press a certain number.
Yeah.
Now, so your family is going to be dysfunctional for what, 4 days?
Exactly.
I mean, surely that's not something you would encourage?
We had a conversation earlier, and that's what I told you, that at Swallows and in my camp, I want to control as much as I can. I want to understand you. I want to know what you're thinking, what's your life, how's your mom, how's your dad, how's your kids doing, are they in school, blah, 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 you understand? So then I know, you can't paint everybody with the same brush. It's the same in coaching. I can't train Vuyo Mary who's 36 and the baby who's 21 at the same level and the same intensities. So you can't treat everybody the same. You have to take into consideration what this person is going through. Death in the family. We had so many deaths now with this COVID pandemic, and people or players losing uncles, mothers, fathers, goggles, everything. So you have to manage this. You have to sympathize with them. They need a shoulder to cry on at times.
And you provide that. They look for you for guidance. They don't look for you almost like a military training camp where you're trying to gauge reaction coach by saying, oh, okay, he is not towing the line, therefore he's the troublemaker. But he's saying, no. It's just a phone. Now players have to devise a different route of doing things. So they bring a Fong Kong phone, and then they bring the real phone and say, okay, fine, we're doing what they want. We're going to give them the Fong Kong phone. Now hold on to my proper phone. So you have to go through all of that.
Yeah, there's a certain level of trust you have to have as a coach and a player. The same with the staff as well. As a coach, you go through all this level. Once you reach your pro license, I don't know, the psychology is part of it. The doctor, the medical side, the nutritionist. You have to speak to all these departments, and then there's the players, the humans that needs to perform. What people don't understand also is we are not dealing with robots, and at the end of the day, also machines break if you push them too hard. You understand? So people don't understand that, and I think at Swallows I'm getting it right at this moment. I have a very good relationship with all my players, thank God, and with my staff as well. And that's why it's the same in any industry. If your staff is not happy, if the players are not happy, they're not going to perform.
Yeah, well, we know what makes you happy. Sorry, we didn't bring the Nando's here. We just didn't have the budget. It's a happy office, though. You guys are there. You're eating your full packed chicken, hot boiled, and what. That's a good vibe that we see from the outside. But it's easy to gauge a happy environment, especially when it starts from the top.
Yeah,
and it filters down.
Yeah, that's so true. I enjoy a healthy relationship, good relationship with the president and the chairman, also the rest of the management team, the CEO, everybody there. So I think that's important. I've been around the block, and I've been in a league where promotion is vital. You understand? So it's cutthroat, and you have to have that relationship with the owners. So yeah, it hasn't been all this rosy, but I've learned from it. Mistakes were made and situations were there that I had to manage. So whatever happened in the past, I've learned from it and I've grown.
And it's a beautiful thing, because as the football world gets to know and understand Brandon Truter, what he's about, what is his playing philosophy, what is his playing style, I look at Swallows. I see what I see, but I also see that it's exciting. It's almost like Leeds United. Yeah. I don't care who Leeds are playing. That's the one fixture on the weekend that I look for. And trust me, they could be playing Wolves. It doesn't really bother me. I want to watch Leeds because they bring something to that table. And whatever it is that they bring, now see, you ought to react to that. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, but that's where I find Swallows to be at the moment.
It's exciting. It's rock and roll. It's going forward. It's balls to the wall, if you would like to call it.
Yeah.
But if you look at Leeds, you mentioned Leeds now, and you look at the coach, it's Bielsa, and his nickname is Loco. He's a madman, because you think out of the box. And Rab, to be honest, that's me as well.
Yeah.
I've challenged organizations in the past, our very own SAFA as well, because of the content of the syllabus that I didn't agree with. I have my pro license, I have my CAF-A and all this, you understand, but I didn't agree what was in the syllabus. And I didn't take instructorship, you understand, so I couldn't teach people that was in there. And then you also, in 2010 I did my pro license, I had to do my thesis on a certain topic. And when I presented it, I had to present it to some of the coaches that's in this league. And some of them didn't agree with it. But I remember in 2012, Raymond Verheyen came over and he presented something similar. And they was applauding him. But I was laughed at and said, this can't work. And yeah, it hurt at that moment. And then 2 years later, somebody from Europe comes in and he presents exactly the same.
Ovation.
Yeah. So yeah, as much as I am here, and I am with Swallows as well, I would like to bring something to South African football and hoping to make it change as well. Yeah, that's one of the objectives. The other objective, of course, you know that we pray a lot, and yeah,
deeply spiritual man you are.
Yeah, trying to get the word across and to make it change in some of the players' lives as well and move that forward. And then, of course, where I am at Swallows, it's hopefully in the next 3 years win a trophy, and the next 5 win the league.
That's what you're setting for yourself.
Yeah, that's the long term.
But it's attainable, though.
Yeah, but with the Swallows just came back with this new management.
Yeah.
They have supported me since I've been here as well. But in the South African football fraternity, there's I think it's only Pitso that had that kind of time to work with Sundowns. You don't find it in the other clubs, you understand. So yeah, as much as I've set it objectives, I also know that next month I might be about out of a job. You understand. So yeah, God willing, hopefully I'll get there.
But people learn, and the fact that you do mention Pitso and the duration of time that he had at Sundowns, it's because Sundowns also learned their lessons. They learned, whether it's a Clemens Westerhoff that they were trying to bring, or a Niskins that they were trying to bring, they were going through a lot of coaches in a short period of time because they knew where they wanted to be. Because the president came when he took over the club, he says, I want to conquer Africa, I want to, Champions League trophy, CAF Champions League trophy. So at that time, the direction was get the big name coaches, get the foreign coaches and so on, until one man came through, changed all of that thinking, and then they were like, yeah, okay, let's do like SuperSport United do. SuperSport are not a firing team. They would know. I mean, Pitso was there, stayed for years. Gavin was there, stayed for years. It was only just a Kevin Johnson blip that came through, and he wasn't there for such a long time. But Caetano Tembo's been there for 19 years. So now he's there as the head coach. So all I'm trying to say is that I'm sure David Mukhashwa and I'm sure Panyaza Lusufi, who knows football very, very well, you see when he gives people nicknames like Roadblock, then you know that he knows the Swallows of old. When you had Aaron Roadblock Makatini, you had all of those people. So keeping that culture going, they would be advised to do what they've done with you. Keep you long, allow you and your philosophy to be deeply entrenched. Because you got some of the guys who are not going to be there for long. We got to be honest. Leboang Mukwenda, shining example of a proper professional. He's also gone through his troubles as well. Vuyomer the same, but it's not going to be long term with them. So how do you extract the most from them now? Is the secret.
That's the secret. That is the secret. Look, it's down. As much as this is a coach's award that I received today, it should be renamed the technical team of the month, because I have a good bunch of technical team staff that surround me as well. You look at Lauren Tate, Kamal Said, who recently came on board as well, Mlu Makura, Ibrahim Lehman, that's there with us as well, and the goalkeeper coach, An Epsilon. These guys are phenomenal. You see, Rob, what we have now is that every player has their own programs. I mentioned earlier the difference between Vuyo's program and Tabedi's program. We can't paint everybody the same. But our training is structured in a sense that it's to the next match. Some people plan for the pre-season to peak at this time and that time of the season. It can't happen. The most important thing is the next match. And that's how we go about doing things. We had a program going into the bubble for 6 weeks, and we only 3 weeks to prepare. And that same program with 1 or 2 weeks here was now implemented as well going into this season. So yeah, it's a long process, and with the long-term goals that I've set as well, we are mindful that the guys like Vuyo and Cheese, to mention them now, only have a couple of seasons left. But in hindsight, we have our Give Makupes, Swabul is in the team that is ready to come up, and that's also a process. I'm trying to be hands-on with our technical director as well, Fani Madida, with what's happening in the youth. So far so good. We are planning long-term, but yeah, we still in a volatile environment, if you want to call it that. But
that's dangerous, though,
yeah.
because, I mean, imagine if you're saying you're in that zone now, but you're playing the kind of football that you're playing, you're getting the results that you're playing, you're getting the consistency that you're playing. I'm even scared to know what you guys will be like when you're at full go.
Yeah, pre-season normally take 8 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We started 3 weeks prior to commencement of the season. Sure. We should be hitting the road now. We should be peaking now. It's now the 9th week we are going into our cycle, and you still have guys who got to know the system. Guys, new guys, Musa, Sami Siabi, Safiso just joined recently, Maslaba as well. So these are guys that are getting used to the intensity we train at, getting used to the structure because we are different. So we still have Danny Goza, we still have Kagiso who must come in. And these guys, seriously, Rob, they excite me. I'm just wanting to see, but I'm being patient as well. And I'm just hoping management and the supporters can be patient as well. When these guys come in, we're hitting 100%. I'm just hoping it's rock and roll, boom, bam, we going. But I'm mindful that mistakes and football is not always the way you plan. Yeah. You understand? So mistakes will happen, mistakes will be made. But I'm just hoping that and praying for time to rectify and to grow. You understand? So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited, looking forward for this team.
Because it always just takes a certain spin.
Yeah.
I look at again an example of, you know, probably a league that's watched the most on the continent, which is EPL. We made an example about Leeds earlier, but you look at a serial title winner like a Jose Mourinho, whose tenure was all about player management and the lack thereof. Yeah. But he was also the same guy who you say, no, but you know, you've won Champions League in situations and occasions where people didn't give you a chance. And what he's doing now, what he did with Dele Alli, was come through. First, was what you do with superstars is you show them that maybe you might think in your head that you're a superstar. So he dealt with him from a discipline. That's why he comes off the bench. He's not a regular starter anymore. Yeah. There was talk of him going away. So for the rest of the team, when they look and say, geez, if this is doing that to Dele Alli, you know, who am I? Yeah. Then all of a sudden that just kind of awakens the entire team to rally around you as a coach. I mean, how do you see the man management in that way?
I can't do it all alone. Let's sure. Put it that way. You understand? And if you look at last season, we signed Fries the week I signed, and then you look before that. Yeah. He's disastrous time he had at Chiefs. Yeah. You understand? So nobody was willing to give him a chance. Yeah. You look at Chiefs boy, said I had enough. Prior to me in the 5 games, I think 4 times he came off at halftime. Coach took him off, so he was done. You look at Vuyo, went to TTM, a lot of clubs, and they didn't give him a chance. So you get them on board. You give them a chance. You make them understand they still have 2-3 seasons left in them, and I'm here to help them as much as they can help me, because players look up to them. All of them have been there and done that. So it's that tree together with some others as well, Sipo Sobaya and others, who has made the transition for the new players that came in. Safiso, I mean, Nations Cup, Mo Salah, you understand. Thabo Maslaba, captain of Pirates. This is guys coming in, Musa. Guys coming in also with the name.
The reputation.
You understand. So when a coach come out and tell you, listen, this is how we do things, and this is the no, this is the do's and don'ts. You understand. So it's different. You understand, because now I'm being portrayed, or I come across as a dictator, and this is where the players come in. Vuyo, Cheese, Vrisi, can you handle this? And we formed that bond, and they're happy to do that. As much as I want to control the cloakroom, I also let them control aspects of it. The same goes with the tactical elements. The plan is there. This is what they buy into. Let's do it on the training field. Do we agree? No, coach, I think we could be better positioned there or there, whatever. So I listen, and then we revisit it, we run it, and if their opinion or their suggestion works, that's how we'll go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's incredible, though, because when you talk about how they can improve that dressing room of yours, you got people there that have been winning trophies, that have been lifting trophies. I mean, Amatlaba, he's won the captain's armband at one of the biggest clubs. So you're going to have a Soweto derby again in the new year against Orlando Pirates. And he's been there. He's been lifting trophies. And a whole gang of the players that you do have won. So they can bring that thought pattern into the change room to say, guys, we're not here to just play because we've got to get to match day 30. Yeah. We're here within match day 30 to be able to lift something. You know, that should work in your favor because they're bringing that positive energy into your change room.
If you look at our record since the Glad Africa, I think Tux was our last test, so that's 22 games ago.
Yeah.
You understand? So we are unbeaten now for the record. And we've picked up a lot of wins. Yeah. So winning has become a habit in this team. The draw against Arrows felt like a loss for some of them. You understand? So winning is a drug at this moment, and they're feeding off it. It's guys who wants to improve. It's guys who wants to win. So once that mentality is there, there's not much I can really add to it. Like I said, sometimes they run with it.
Yeah.
The cloakroom, it's there. Yeah. You see a lot of, only 15 minutes at halftime, and 10 minutes, approximately 10 minutes of that belongs to the players. That's when I leave them alone. They have their chats in the cloakroom. They voice their opinions, blah, blah, blah. I come in, listen guys, this is what's wrong, this is what's right, this is what we can improve on, and we run with it. What's your opinion? You're going, off we go, you understand? But sometimes as a coach you have to sit back. Yeah. You have to step back and just see how the whole things develop and then manage it from there. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but that's where coaches gets it right. You have to have that relationship. It's no longer the old days where we have to go run in the mountains, we have to do 15Ks, we have to do this and that. Football has changed so much. The game is quicker, the players are more conditioned. 3 years ago they said no team can press for 90 minutes because it's impossible. But now you have teams like Liverpool, Bayern, Man City, who just keep on going for that 90 minutes. So football has changed a lot, the tactics as well. And if you don't move with it, and then you're gonna get lost and you're gonna get. You
look at an AC Milan, you know, with Ibrahimovic going across there. At times, just takes one individual who has a mentality and a psyche to become the best player.
No, that's true.
And everybody else starts to feel it. And then all of a sudden, now what was a dead club is starting to be revived. Is starting to, you know, people look forward now to the Milan derby, and you're like, how? Because one person came through. And just change that whole mentality, and everybody buys into that philosophy. That's the word. As we wrap it up, Coach, I know you've had a long day, and that's because of your success. You've been doing interviews from here to Kingdom Come, and here I am holding you until the end. But what is important maybe from me to get out from you, you know, to the people that are watching, is understanding in the short description of what your coaching philosophy is. How would you describe a Brandon Truter philosophy in coaching?
In coaching, I would say it's how could I say now, put it now? Guided discovery.
Guided discovery.
Yeah, let's put it in a way where you guide a player towards a situation tactically, where he has input about it, where you can see the situation develops. Also giving him the freedom to talk about it, you understand? Managing that process. Of course, every coach, every football club, every football owner, a club owner would want to tell you we want winning, attractive football, you understand? I can say the same. But with me and my philosophy is the player comes first. He needs to perform, take as much pressure off him as well, guide him to a situation and don't force it on him, you understand? So that he also feels valuable. And yeah, and happy and stress-free to perform as much as you can, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Guided discovery. I hope I got that right. You see, we learn. We walk out of here every single Monday and we just feel that we've learned. I've learned today from Bibo. I've learned today from Coach Brandon Truter. You know, you see him, I always believe, okay, that's obviously what happens worldwide. I always say, behind that little short pre and post match interview, there's a lot of football that can be discussed with this man. And we could have gone on for another hour because I love the philosophy. And the philosophy, he doesn't have to talk about it, you see it on the field, you know. And I just love the honesty again that's come through. I congratulate you once again. And I wish you everything of the best. I know you're going to be playing against a changed Maritzburg United team under a new coach who was able to hold, you know, Sundowns to a draw. That was their first point that they got from the entire season so far. So that will be a test as well for you from a coach, especially who almost won the league with Chiefs up until the last 17 minutes of last season.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a difficult one. Thank you, Robert. Middendorp is back, at Maritzburg. The confidence that I am holding Sundowns and also almost snatching it at the end. You understand? So the confidence is high. They are on up. It's going to be a very interesting game. I
wish you the best, Coach. And once again, enjoy the feeling.
Thank you so much.
Don't let that hoodoo come through. You know what used to happen with when you get the Coach of the Month trophy?
I was reminded today, yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, let's hope it doesn't happen this time. Brandon Truter, my guest tonight. Thank you so much indeed for viewing. I've been seeing so many comments as well coming through. I hope you've also learned a great deal. Until next time, Coach, let's get out of here.
Thank you.